Yahoo! Prof here, and we got to do a quick video for you because I have sold some of my older Snap-ons that I've either replaced or upgraded, etc., and I need boxes for shipping. And this box from Knipex is perfection for the size I'm looking for. Because I wrapped those guys up in that 10-year-old roll, actually probably 15-year-old roll of bubble wrap. And I just used some random other packing materials. I used the good stuff to go around the tool, and then whatever packing materials I got around here to pack the rest of the box up. But I need this box. And the other box we need is that mystery box that I do not know what is inside of it. So I think you're going to get a double boxing. Well, no, you're not going to see the reboxing of my eBay sales. You're going to see the unboxing of these boxes. So first up, we got this. We'll go over that once we get this guy cracked open here. Oh, as a heads up, you want to pull off these ones right there. Reason being is those have RFID on them. The little square ones do. That's actually what they scan. So apparently built into that is like an RFID. This is FedEx, so maybe not for FedEx. The UPS store told me that when dropping it off, because I was reusing boxes, and I pulled the main label off, but not the little guy. And they're like, nope, unless you want it to accidentally come back. That's what they scan, is the little guy, actually. That's what the machines scan, you know? The machines. FedEx also did a great job of leaving this thing in a puddle on the porch, you know? Like there's like an overhang that's not all wet. Could have put it there. But no. That's too hard. I have a feeling this box is what we're going to be putting in. I sold my original. This is a CT861 HV. It's the 3/8 inch, 3/8 inch impact wrench. And this one looks all dinged up because I did buy it used off of eBay, so it's going back from where it came. And the reason is the first year or two that these were out, Snap-on did not sell. There's like a rubber boot that goes off it goes on top of this, so like you don't get all these dings and marks when you jam this in a place and go brrrr, you know. But they didn't have a boot for the new version for like, it was at least a full year, if not more. Hey, look, packing material. I can use that. Okay. Ta-da! Knipex. And if you guys are wondering, that is Knipex from... Here, let's take a look here. From... Knipex. Right there, Knipex. Why is that Knipex from Knipex? You might be asking yourself. Did you order it directly from there? Can you even order directly? I don't think you can order directly. That's actually the awesome support. I contacted them on Instagram, I believe it was. I think it was Instagram. I don't think they didn't have a Twitter. Instagram seems to be bigger for the tool guys for whatever reason. Apparently the talk ticks were really big. I don't know if they still are. But this is the 03-02-200. Those of you that have watched my Knipex videos, yes, I just keep changing how I say it, will know that that guy right there has been a sticking point for me. I have ordered that from both Home Depot and Amazon and been sent the non-nip extend version. However, you can tell right there that that is a 3-part handle. So Knipex, being bros, because I reached out and I was like, hey, I have bought this from 2 places now, and they have not sent me the new one, despite picturing the new one. They actually have a disclaimer on their website right now that just because you order the model does not mean you're getting a Nip Extend version, which I knew to be the case because they need to cycle out the old comfort grip because it's the same model number. My guess is the reason why they didn't change this is because like these numbers are already like certified for work with the government, and I don't know if OSHA certifies that, but or within certain industries they're already like, yep, the 0302 200 is certified, but not the 0305 200. No. You know what I mean? So that way, because this isn't really a new pliers, it's just a new grip on the same pliers. That's why they at least I can, somebody can tell me if it's different, but I believe that to be why they've reused the model. Also, there should not be, like, once the original comfort grip, like if you for some reason do actually like the original comfort grip over the Nip Extend, I think you're a little crazy, if you can hear my tone of voice. But if you do somehow like that, pick them up while you can, because once they're gone, they're gone. But they do have a disclaimer, like Knipex has one on their website. I think they shared it on their social media too, where it's like, hey, be aware, the comfort grip are still making their way out of the market. You might not get a comfort grip. However, I knew that. That is why I've ordered from companies that have the pictures of the Nip Extend grip, not the comfort grip, which that has served me well in getting. I mean, one would think you get what's pictured. That's how it is on every retailer. However, and it's not like Amazon hasn't taken, or Amazon or Home Depot haven't taken the pliers back. They have. In the case of Home Depot, they offered me a 50% discount to keep it, just so they didn't have to deal with it. Also, it was out of stock, so they couldn't replace it. Amazon took it back twice because they show this version and you get the old one. What's interesting is both places still have the old version listed as well. So you could purposely order the old one if you wanted to, but they have the listing for the new one, not having the new one. Very weird. Got to be some kerfuffle in the logistical department. Either way, thank you, Knipex, for hooking me up because I was failing. I thought I was ordering it from places that they have the image for the item, they should have the item. Yeah. So this guy came in. I now have the 0302 200 in Nip Extend, which is the 8-inch for those wondering. The 8-inch combination pliers. This is not a linesman pliers. That has not been put out yet. And I did have the 215 or 220? That's a big boy combination pliers. Comments, questions on that, throw it down below. Then the other one I have for you guys right here is one that came in the meantime, which is the 7002 180. 7002 180. That is diagonal cutter comfort handles. Which one? Oh, yeah, this one I found really interesting. Some of you may have seen me comment this before. For pliers, I tend to like the more rounded handles that fill up your grip. For example, I find this Klein very handy. See, it's like big and round. That feels good. This is a little low profile for my liking, but often you'll be grabbing something so it's a little bit bigger. But we went over that. One of these smaller combination pliers actually has a more bent out handle. I think it's like the 180 or the 160. This I like. In the same token, this guy can be useful. This is a duckbill from Sunoda. It's very svelte and slender, but how you grip things is also different with it. Something like the twin grip, the Knipex twin grip. I could see wanting that one not with nip extend, because the head is so thin. The handles can be thinner with just a dipped handle. Luckily, I have both if I do need to get in places. Now, what's interesting here is that this is about the head size of maybe like my 160 length, normally the 160 length wire cutters. However, if you look at the angle of the handles, they are very straight and long, which in my opinion, oh, this one's a little tight. Look at that. You can even hear it. That's already looser. That thing was tight. Gonna have to break her in a little bit. But what I was going to say about this has the smaller head, and I do prefer, unless I'm going with a big, like I need to cut like, say 3 solid core Romex at once or something, I prefer the smaller head with the pointed tip, which this has. And on my wire cutters, I tend to prefer the straight handles. The straighter, like, the better, because you actually get more leverage, right? One thing that I wouldn't mind seeing from Knipex on all of their wire cutters is what they're rated for. Especially, it might only be the shears and not the diagonal cutters, but a lot of their shears will have, for stranded soft wire, and what they mean by that is copper or aluminum, or it'll say for steel, or it'll say like piano wire, but it doesn't do that on all of them, which I think it would be useful to have. Like, I see an open spot here, right? Normally it's down here, for the Vanadium Super. Here we got nothing, but this does have a cutter, so it might not be bad to have here, like, what you can cut, and then here do the Vanadium Super. I don't know. Yeah, like this one, much nicer. This guy's needs a little bit of work in there. Always hold it up to the light out like that, and have a light on the backside to make sure it closes all the way. This one does. A lot of people complain about on the combination pliers from Knipex that they don't close all the way, and they say that is a bad thing. And the wire cutters do close all the way, but the very tip, it just barely doesn't close. That is intentional, because you're always gonna be gripping something. It is not designed to be like a, like, grab this plastic bag. Like, you're not grabbing things that fine, generally. Like, a lot of people want them to meet, like the wire cutter does. In fact, I believe this part doesn't meet, because that part does. I think I've explained that in previous videos. Might be wrong there. But most often when you're gripping things, even this cardboard, that's plenty. And it's not that thick. All right, look at that. But yeah, so I'm super interested in this, because the hump is way back here in the palm of this hand, so you can really, like, really chomp on it, right? Oop, too far out. So say we're here, you can get it lined up with this, doot, and then chomp. So I quite like this, like this smaller, pointier tip with the straighter, longer handles. And I don't know that I've ever seen this style in this size, in the 180, which is the 7-inch, 7.25 inch. I'm gonna call it the 7-inch. Before, usually those go to the wider handles. We've seen like a snub nose one, like a really flat nose, almost where it goes inward, with a much thicker head this way in a 7-inch. I think it's all about what you're doing, what you prefer. But this is very similar to a Stanley one that I ran for years through high school. in tip shape, like in this sort of acorn style. I don't know what the correct different types of that. If you guys know all that stuff more specifically than I do, throw it down below in the comments. I'm always willing to learn. I love when you guys chime in from overseas and let me know some more info. Like, apparently Chrome ones over in Europe are just like the default, whereas I got to import them from the UK usually. I think I got 1 or 2 from Australia. The only ones that we get in Chrome over here are the pliers wrenches, and even that's not the default pliers wrench. It's the first pliers wrench I saw when I first came over here. But now, nope. All the combos that come in are dipped handles, standard head, not chromed. Even though you would think, especially for the pliers wrench, you would want that chromed head to keep that finish on whatever you're doing. Definitely have never seen. I thought like there weren't chromed Cobras. Apparently, there are Cobra pliers out there that are chrome. I would almost think with the type of teeth those have on them, like you couldn't do that properly in Chrome. But shows what I know. So hopefully I can pick up some of those once they do come out. Like I said, I'm waiting, picking them up as things come out in the Knipex extend handles here. And we'll see if I can get some of those imported if they show up. If you guys see ones overseas, also please hit me up. I got all of my social media. I'm probably still most active on Twitter or X. A lot of you guys interact over on Threads. That's surprisingly like a quite busy area. Otherwise, we do have our Discord. I know a number of you have joined. Not necessarily relating to the tools, usually about the pens, the EDC. If you need help with questions on very specific custom building stuff or custom built computer stuff, we'll help you out. With that, you got to have your groundwork done already. Hey, we're all there, and I'm interested to learn more on these. If there's any version I have missed. I know Knipex also showed off like a combination wire cutter / stripper that had the Knipex stand handle. I did get the number off of it. I don't have it off the top of my head right now, but it's not out yet. Like, so they're definitely like sneaking them in their videos and stuff. So they're coming hard and fast, it seems. So this was the 0302-200, which I would say hold off. If you're ordering in the US, hold off ordering it for now, because all the places that I have tried ordering it that even picture the new Knipex extend handle don't have it. Or if you are, make sure you buy them from well-established places that will take a return. If you want specifically this one. Personally, I think I would go. I think I went this in the previous video, like smaller, or if you need a big boy combination, go up to the size up from this. And then the other one, which I was actually really pumped with when I saw that it came out, and especially when I did take a little peek in the box, I won't lie, and I saw those straighter handles with the grip further back here, like the hump is like back here, like back here, rather than a lot of them are like here. You can see on this guy, the hump's like right about there, rather than back here. Really like this style, and this style, this pointier tip to get into, like just do a little snip. So, and this is, guys, are already loosening up. One thing I would like to see is more of these bigger ones spring-loaded. I don't know if you guys are interested in any of that, but I personally love when they're... Oh, this is a extra long needle nose, but like, see, they're springed. Some I've had brands in the past that are springed, and we did see one locking springed one in a cable shears. So I think I've seen a flush cut from Knipex that was possibly springed. Not sure if that's available in the comfort grip. I know it's not in Knipex extend yet. Oh, this feels so good in the hand. Like I said, use this front guy, you open it up, use this to line it up, and then just... This one is a... I'll probably be going to this one a lot for anything that's not huge. But yeah, if Knipex is watching, or if you guys have any suggestions there, like I definitely have some that have like the recommended wire size and diameter. I believe that was also only in metric American. If you could do just AWG instead of millimeter wire thickness, that'd be great too. But love to see that on the tool, because it's on some tools, but not all of them. If anybody knows why, down below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.